have we here? Is this the Oracle Arms 2311? Yes, yes it is, and I'm happy to say that we've got it here today to go ahead and give you an initial impression review. Welcome back, everybody. Clint here today with Classic Firearms out here at the ranch where it is a nice warm 19 degrees today, which is perfect because I want to see in what kind of conditions the Oracle Arms 2311 will operate in. Because I got to tell you guys right now, when we saw this gun at SHOT Show last year, we all became pretty excited about it. Why? Because imagine, if you will, a 2011 that takes, what are these, SIG magazines? Now this obviously is a Oracle Arms marked mag, as you can see right there, as long as that's coming in a nice focus and everything. But if I wanted to, I could take my standard SIG P320 magazines and load them up in the 2311. Now there's another reason why I like the Oracle Arms 2311. In the Marine Corps, my MOS is a 2311, so obviously I had to acquire one at some point, right? Now, this video isn't an in-depth review. This is actually my initial impressions. I've already got a couple hundred rounds through this pistol, and it feels pretty good. I'm gonna run a couple more here on camera today, but if you want a little bit more in-depth detail about this, well, let's talk to the guys over at Oracle that actually designed it and put it together. But first, let's shoot it really quick.
So I'm excited to shoot it, but tell us about it because it just looks remarkable and it's got an excellent concept. Just give us the information.
For sure. Well, thank you. So as we went down the development road, we wanted to come up with how do we improve on the 1911 double stack, right? Well, you have your combat world and then you have your competition world.
Right.
So we wanted to try to merge them together into a great relationship, and that's where we had the 2311. We wanted to pick a good magazine. That's where we drove it to a 320 magazine.
Yeah.
That gives you the 320 magazine release, and it gives you the ability to flip it left or right depending on your shooter preference.
Right.
Here's another thing. So maintaining a full ambidextrous, this is the first time on a 1911 style platform that you have true ambidextrous features. You notice we have right side slide stop, right? And then you can release your slide left or right depending on how the shooter preference.
Right.
Maintaining this combat and competition world marrying, right? So what we have here is we have a toolless takedown.
You've made it. So when I read that it was a like an idiot scratch proof 1911 takedown or a reassembly, I'm like, right. What do you mean? And I just witnessed that. Yeah. It is indexes right where it needs to, and just literally a very minor movement for it to drop right into place. That's cool.
Right. Fire control. It is 1911 Series 70 minus the grip safety. The reason why we eliminated the grip safety, if you start talking to people like the SF communities that run 1911s and 2A ranges, they say, hey man, that grip safety is detrimental. They tape it, they pin it, they do whatever so that it doesn't become an issue on a 2A range. Right. So we eliminated it for them.
Man, I am super excited to shoot this thing, so if you don't mind, can you mind if I get a mag or two downrange?
Not at all. Have fun.
Let's do it.
Man, that feels pretty freaking good. Okay, so initial thoughts about the 2311. This pistol is definitely unique. It feels good. I like the ambidextrous controls, both in the safety and in the slide release that you see right there. Easy enough. Standard Picatinny options. So I do have my Surefire X300 on here, which is a great little light, and it also works in my SIG P320 holster from Alpha Omega Kydex holsters because it ultimately latches on and gets the tension on the light. So nice little feature there, okay? Let me go ahead and say this. The case that it comes in is nice soft padded case, and it comes with 3 magazines, which is great. And on top of that, it also comes with all sorts of different optics base plates. You'll notice that this is red dot ready, or optics ready, if that's what you want to call it, but it does have nice iron sights as well. Try to give you guys a good visualization. Is that the right word? There we go, for you guys to be able to see there. Now the optics plates it comes with, this is a cool little thing. It comes with all sorts of different ones, but you do need to find the right screws. For instance, like the Trijicon RMR that I planned on throwing on here, or the SRO, the screws that come with the RMR are a little too long. So what will happen is the base plate, you'll screw into the base plate, and then it'll actually start to connect to the slide itself and then start pushing up on the base plate, and you don't want that to happen. So ultimately, I gotta order those screws before I can actually install the RMR. And it also comes with suppressor height sights right in the box too, which is, again, really, really neat that they come with all of this. So pretty cool. You'll also notice a couple of other decent features on this gun other than the ambient controls, hammer fired obviously, but you've got the little gas pedal guy for your non-dominant hand to, or your non-dominant thumb to rest on. But I will say this, the grip is a little short. I do love the magazine well that you'll see here. I mean, that is a thick, chunky boy, makes for nice, easy reloads. But with the gloves on, and again, I don't have massive paws or anything like that, it is a little cramped in here. And trying to actuate the mag release can get a little right in the snow. Maybe perhaps without the gloves on, I might do better. In fact, let's just go ahead and, it is a little cold out here and it's a metal framed gun, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Toughen up. All right, throw those on the table or in the snow as well. And yeah, we'll just practice with that a little bit and see how that feels. I mean, let's really test this gun out, right? I mean, I'm in the snow. May as well see if it works well after I get it a little dirty, right? But initial impressions, this gun's pretty solid. I like the way it feels, like the recoil impulse. In fact, let's go ahead and load up another mag here and let's just run it. Again, without gloves on, it feels better. Still a little cramped. You'll notice you got a little bit smaller trigger guard. It's a little bit more reminiscent of a 1911, but you know, it's not terrible. Small target. All right, may have had a light primer strike there. Could be the ammo, not gonna lie to you guys. It's a SAR USA 124 grain, which is good ammo, but I've had it for quite some time and it's been, you know, not exactly in a dry area. But let's go ahead and clear this really quick and let's take a look and see what we got. Yeah, barely a primer strike on that guy. All right, so you know what I'm gonna say is let's load it back up and see if it'll run even better, or, you know, there we go. Another one there. Now, I'm not watching the hammer too. Is the hammer just half cocking? Or is it actually coming all the way back? There we go, good. Solid, so a couple little hiccups there. Again, I'm gonna load up some fresh ammo and we'll really put it through its paces. Right now I've only got, after these mags to it, I'll be approaching 500 rounds to it, and I've had very few issues like that. Again, I've only run this type of ammo through it, and I've had a couple of those light primer strikes. So is it the ammo? Is it the gun? I'm gonna run some PMC 115 grain. I got some MagTech 124 grain I wanna run through it as well. So both of which I will be doing. And then of course, as much as it's gonna hurt me, defensive ammo into metal targets, you know, I mean, but it is what it is. I want to see how this gun runs. Now, you'll also notice that this is the Oracle Arms 2311 full-size guy. So they also make a compact model, which is pretty sweet as well, but I decided to opt for the full size because I really just wanted to try it out. Now, again, we saw these guys again at SHOT Show last year, and it made waves. I mean, it was a pretty big deal and pretty talked about thing. And so I'm excited to run it even more to see, well, if I can really, maybe with quality ammo that hasn't been set out and is a little stale, really see how it runs. So once I get that ammo in and delivered, expect a follow-up video and an in-depth review on the Oracle Arms 2311. This one, as I said it before, is just an initial impression, and so far it's very favorable. Feels good, looks good. Couple little critiques such as magazine release being a little difficult to actuate, especially with gloves on. Is it that big of a deal? Well, in a high-stress situation where you want to drop that mag and get a fresh one in there, could be pretty problematic. after I run more drills with it, I'll let you know. And of course, in a follow-up video. The grip overall, pretty short. Is that because of how much this magwell here takes up? Yeah, obviously, but it looks like it's pretty ingrained into the design of the grip itself. So is there any fixing that? Not too sure. Other than short grip, semi-difficult to actuate magazine release. Everything else feels pretty good about it. Even the low profile ambi slide releases feel pretty good and have been easy enough to actuate. In fact, yeah, obviously I don't have my gloves on now because I threw them and they're in the snow, so that's great for me. But overall, feels pretty good. So expect a follow-up video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And don't forget to head on over to cfcontest.com to see exactly what we've got going on over there, because who doesn't like shooting a lot of the guns that you might be seeing on the channel? You know, so cfcontest.com. And if you're looking for a code word, we probably have one of those somewhere at the bottom of the screen right now. So you're welcome for that. Again, big shout out to Oracle Arms for sending over the 2311 for us to try out. And you'll be receiving even more feedback as we progress in the videos with it. For now, it's going to be remaining in my Alpha Mega Kydex holster, and I will definitely be running some drills with this as my sidearm, and probably with my Mark 18. I figured I'd bring it up. You know, it's been a while since I've talked about it. Last video, I think I talked about it.